Do you remember the movie Predators?
Absolutely not.
Nobody ever does.
Welcome back to the Out of Touch podcast. I'm Chris, that's Bill, and today we're watching Predators from 2010. So Bill, what did you think of Predators?
Man, I wish more people saw this movie because it's really cool.
It is cool. It is a very much forgotten movie.
It really feels that way. It's kind of sandwiched in between the really bad Aliens versus Predator Requiem and the Predator, which is also bad. And now, like, Prey's a thing, and I don't know how many people even know about that.
Yeah, it's hard to really explain this movie because it's kind of a weird movie in general. Like, the premise is very cool where it's, a bunch of random people that are all different, I don't know, like, different types of
Killers.
Yeah.
They are
more or
killers.
less.
They're
Yeah.
predators.
Yeah.
It's a double meaning title.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. There's a mercenary, there's a cartel guy, Russian special forces, an Israeli sniper, a death row killer, spoiler alert, a serial killer,
Yep.
some kind of African guerrilla warrior,
Yakuza.
Yakuza, the most dangerous people in the world. And they've all been just dropped. And literally the movie drops us in the middle of things. We open up in free fall, which is pretty cool.
That's one thing that's great about this movie. It just kind of starts.
It literally drops you in, and I love that.
Like, you don't even know what's going on, but as the movie progresses, it just gets better and better.
It kind of operates as like a stealth remake of the original movie because it's very structurally similar because we're in a jungle. There's a group of very dangerous people. They don't know what's going on. We don't really see the predator at first, and we get that slow reveal of what's going on.
It does take a while for the predator to finally show up.
Predators.
That's right.
It's in the title.
There's four technically.
Yeah, technically four.
Yeah.
We have the berserker predator, who's the leader, who has I think it's actually confirmed to be a xenomorph jaw on his mask.
I mean, I love that mask. It looks awesome.
It looks cool. It looks
Yeah.
great. There's, I think it's called like Boar. He's got like the tusks.
Right.
He's like the dog trainer. There's the falconer. He's got his little drone.
Yeah.
And then there's like just the classic predator who they got strung up in their camp.
Yeah, he must have done something where he's like, hey, maybe we shouldn't like hunt humans today.
I think these three are supposed to be like either a rival clan or outcasts, and they just jumped them.
Okay. Yeah, we don't really know what's going on in Predator Society, and that's a good thing, because we don't need to know, and we don't want to know.
On the DVD, there's like some motion comics that kind of fill in a few blanks. Like they show like the classic Predator landing, do some hunting, and then getting ambushed. It doesn't like spell everything out, but there's backstory.
Yeah.
A little bit tidbits.
This movie is very unusual in like, kind of like the star power it has. Where it's just like, hey, it's like Adrian Brody, and he's the lead, and it's just like, oh.
In an action movie.
Yeah.
Playing very against type. This is like an artsy-fartsy guy, and he's doing his best, I don't know, tough guy voice the entire time.
You got a problem with that?
I think he's okay in the movie, honestly.
Yeah, he mostly does fine.
Yeah. But then also, like, since it's 2010, it's just like, hey, remember Topher Grace? Like,
Try not to.
he played Venom.
Hey, Parker. Ooh, my spider sense is tingling. If you know what I'm talking about.
Like I said, try not to. Lawrence Fishburne cashes a paycheck.
Yeah. Which, even though he's, like, not really in the movie that long, I think his part in the movie is kind of memorable.
Oh, yeah, it's really cool because he is another person who's just been there for a really long time, and he's gone insane. And
I kind of love how insane he is, though.
he's, like, talking to someone that's not there.
He's like, yeah, they bring all types of shit in. Like, he's like, some crazy stuff. Like, which, the setup is great because they are on an alien planet. It's not even a planet. It's a moon, technically, because the main guy, who nobody in this movie has names until, like, the very end, I think.
I mean, they have names. We just don't know any of them if you just watch the movie.
Yeah.
We only learn two of their names at the very end.
Yeah.
But they all have, like, names listed in, like, the credits, I think.
Yeah. But Adrian Brody, he's just like, he's talking to the one sniper girl, and he's saying, like, she's saying, I don't know what jungle this is, and he's just like, yeah, well, the sun hasn't moved in hours, and it's just like, oh shit, like, and then when there's the shot where they walk up, and then you see like the planet in the background, and it's like, oh shit, they're on a moon.
Some kind of alien preserve.
Yeah.
Hunting grounds, just like, I don't know if it's like a training ground or just like, it's where we spend our weekends. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it is kind of weird because, like, you don't want to know Predator Society. It's just like, is this a weekend thing? Do they go back to, like, a weird, like, cubicle bullpen and answer phone calls when they're not being predators? It's like, yeah, I went hunting this weekend. I mean, it was pretty tight.
One of the only glimpses I recall seeing, at least in a movie, of the Predator homeworld was Aliens vs. Predator Requiem, and we don't really see much.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Don't show much.
No,
I mean, granted, that movie didn't show a lot at all.
Yeah. We don't need to see a Predator being like, I'll transfer your call. Like,
yeah, that was the problem I had with the Predator. I don't need to see Predator conversations like that.
Yeah.
I don't need to know what they're saying. Just have them stand at each other, go.
Yeah,
and then
much.
Just go on. I don't want to know what they're saying. I like the mystery. I'm trying to understand these monsters.
Yeah, pretty much. These monsters that, like, sometimes maybe you think have a code of honor, but at the same time are incredibly unfair hunters.
Well, in fairness, these predators definitely have no honor, really.
I mean, that one laser gun the one has, it's kind of like the noisy cricket from Men in Black. It just obliterates shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, I thought you wanted a trophy, but...
I don't think they do.
Yeah, well, the one does take the head and the spine at one point.
But did he keep it?
I don't know. But there's a lot of cool elements in this movie. Like, a bunch of, like, glimpses of, like, hey, you ever want to see, like, a predator get fought by a man with a katana? Well, it's in this movie.
Hell yeah.
Because we have a Yakuza guy in there.
And he finds a katana on Lawrence Fishburne's, like, hideout.
Yeah.
He's just, like, scavenging, like, stuff, which means they've been dropping humans on this hunting preserve for centuries.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. He's even got a samurai helmet as part of his little makeshift suit with the predator mask.
Yeah. That part's pretty cool. It's funny, too, because, like, that Yakuza guy, he's in that hot jungle. He's just sweating through that nice suit. He's got his nice shoes that he takes off.
He just refuses to ruin the shoes.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Like, yeah, those shoes aren't really built for this terrain, but neither are your feet, dude.
It's muddy. It's fine.
No. They're in an alien world. I mean, granted, he didn't know it at the time.
Yeah.
But you never know what's going to bite you in the jungle.
There's probably some weird microbes in
yeah.
that mud.
I mean, he died after like a day, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah. He had a really fancy gun, too.
Yakuza.
Yeah. It's funny, too, because, like, Adrian Brody, he's got, like, this, like, standard, like, kind of biggish gun. The Russian guy has, like, the big, like, I guess, Gatling gun with, like, the bullet chain.
Just like from the first movie.
Yeah. Got the girl with the sniper rifle.
Who's the most Brazilian Israeli I've ever seen.
Oh, we've got about the cartel guy.
He's got two, like, I don't know, AK-47s or something.
No, I think they're like submachine guns.
Whatever.
I don't know.
He's got two of them.
Yeah.
And that, like, insane lunatic who's just got a shiv is like, come on, you got two!
Yeah. And then we got Topher Grace. It's like, I'm a doctor. Don't hurt me.
I'm just a normal, trustworthy guy, I swear.
Yeah. He's the worst one out of them all. The most evil.
I guess.
'Cause...
And then again, the inmate was pretty evil, too. He's on death row, for God's sake.
But the inmate is openly evil.
True.
He's secretly evil and manipulative, which makes
is.
him more evil because he tricks you into thinking he's good.
Yeah. I don't even know how deliberate his manipulation of the Russian guy into being his big buddy protector was.
That just kind of was a opportunity he seized on.
Absolutely. And he stole the picture of his children.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the first sign you actually get that this guy is not what he seems, was when he whips out that, I got kids, and he whips out that guy's picture of his children after he dies.
Yeah. And then we got like the openly, evil, psychotic criminal, or I don't even know, like...
To be fair, most of these people are like violent murderers.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And they openly admit to some of the horrific stuff they do. Danny Trejo's character is like, yeah, we did all these terrible things, and now I'm about, hold on, my time's up. I gotta die.
Yeah.
He actually, it's probably one of the creepier scenes in the movie when they get flushed out by the predator dogs. He gets separated and killed, and they're like using a recording of his voice, "Help me," and you don't see his face, and like you're like, is he alive? Is he dead? What the hell? The sniper girl shoots him, but the voice still echoes out, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, don't forget the African gorilla guy too. It's just like he's like, it's a trap, and then they're like, "How do you know?" He's like, "Because I've done this before."
Yeah.
It's just like, oh man, like these are all bad people.
And Adrian Brody's character, when they reach the predator camp, he sneaks off so they could get ambushed, and he can watch what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just like I had to see like what's going on.
I needed to see them.
And it's like, you're a jerk. He's just like, we're all jerks.
It's like, look who we're with.
Yeah. It's a great premise, and you know, it's a fun movie that goes by pretty fast. Like I've heard like people always say like, this is a great movie to put on if you're like sick or something. And I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see that. It's like a good movie that
It's pretty
like,
breezy.
yeah.
It's less than 2 hours.
Yeah. It's fun. It's cool. Like it's a shame it didn't do well because
I don't know if it was the lingering memories of Aliens vs. Predator Requiem or bad marketing. I don't remember.
yeah, it's insane to think that I forgot that Alien vs. Predator movies like came out before this.
Yeah.
And
07 was the second one, and I think 03 was the first one.
yeah. Yeah, I remember the first one coming out and then like the second one kind of quietly coming out and
Being really bad and nobody
Yeah.
liking it for various understandable reasons.
yeah.
Why can't we see what's happening?
Why is that movie so dark?
I don't. People are complaining about movie like modern stuff being dark. No, they need to watch Aliens vs. Predator
Yeah.
Requiem. That movie is just dark.
They need to watch Alien vs. Predator Requiem, and by watch I mean not watch, because you can't see shit happening in that movie.
For like a good like half of it, yeah. It's
Yeah.
insane. What a weird choice.
It is weird. But I don't know if this movie even like was considered as like a part one or whatever, but like
I mean, it was clearly intended to have a sequel by the way it ends with like there's another drop, and I think they wanted to make a sequel, but you know, it didn't do good.
yeah, I don't know though. In some ways, like I kind of like that it just like ends and it's just like they're on the planet now, and you know, will they get off? Will they not? Who knows? On to the next Predator thing, and I think that's kind of what they're realizing is just like Predator is better as like a anthology than like
Yeah.
you know, continuations with like the same characters.
Though it does seem like, well, they are developing, and I think it's going to shoot soon, a new movie being shot under the title Badlands. I don't know what its real title is going to be yet.
Okay.
But they are also developing a direct sequel to Prey, apparently.
Well, if they do it right, well, see, I'll change my mind, but
If it's good, look, at the end of the day, if it's good, that's all that really matters, so long as it's good. It's like the Predator franchise is different from, like, say, the Alien franchise, which is so tied to Sigourney Weaver and Ripley.
Yeah.
She was in 4 of them, and she died in one of them, and then got clone resurrected. But still, it's Sigourney Weaver, but Schwarzenegger never came back.
no.
What's his name? He was too old for this shit.
Yeah, Danny Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover. He was too old for that shit.
Yeah.
I know there was like supposedly early idea was that the character that became Lawrence Fishburne's character was going to be him,
Okay.
which would have been weird.
That would have been.
And I've read that I think just like with the Predator, they tried to get Schwarzenegger to do a cameo, but just couldn't get him. Like, I don't know how true this is. There was supposedly an idea where it's like, oh, at the end of the movie, here comes another Predator ship. Out comes a bunch of Predators. And they're all lining up. Wait, who's that? It's Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's Dutch.
That's one thing I like about this movie is like they acknowledge that Dutch exists, but like we don't need to see Dutch again. It's like, yeah, something like this
I
happened
mean,
in the
it's
80s.
too late.
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger's too old for a Predator movie.
that's true.
No offense. I'm sorry, Arnold. Don't hurt me. Don't kill me with your commando
man.
skills. No, I mean, he's never really been that interested in it, I don't think.
And I think it gets like too dumb. Like every time I think about like, you know, the bad Predator movie, which is The Predator, it's like the reason why that movie's bad is because
It's bad.
it's bad. And you know what it reminds me of?
What?
It's like Independence Day is a really good movie. Or at least I think it is. It's fun.
It's a generally well-liked blockbuster from back in the day.
Independence Day 2 is horrible. And that's what like the Predator's like, because all these movies that are like, hey, here's like this like weird sequel to this movie, and it's like, we're gonna take the fight to aliens. It's like, no, don't do that. We don't need to know that much about the aliens.
It
Like,
is that same ending again, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
The same ending from Pacific Rim Uprising.
exactly. It's like as soon as they say we're taking the fight to the aliens, it's like, no, we don't need to do that.
No,
Yeah.
that's not what this is. That's not what this is.
And let's face it, the Predator's not trying to conquer Earth.
No.
They're just there to hunt a couple of monkey people like us and then leave, take their trophies, then talk about their hunting trip at work, which we will never see them at work because we don't want to see that.
I don't need to see a Predator office building in a water cooler.
Yeah, I don't need to see the Michael Scott Predator.
Oh, God.
You know?
Oh, God, the Predator accountants.
Yeah.
Well, you killed 47 monkey people on your last vacation.
Yeah, we don't need to see that. We don't need to know anything about their culture beyond of like their hunters.
With vague honor.
Yes. They're unfair hunters, you know. I guess like, you know, one thing in the Predators is like they kind of like imply like Lawrence Fishburne's like, you know, they come back every season with like new weapons and stuff, you know, new tactics, and it's just like, okay, is this game preserve like more like, is this like a training ground to just like test new equipment? And they're like, we gotta get some things to hunt. And
Maybe.
just try it out before we go to other like planets.
And I think the main trio of Predators, I think they were just dropped there as like a punishment. It's like, fuck you, you stay here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's vague. I think it might even be contradicted. I don't know.
It would be weird if they were dropped there as a punishment and then they're like, but here's all your gear and your mask and stuff. Unless they just like stole that shit somehow.
They might have.
Yeah.
They kidnapped another Predator. They kidnapped a classic looking Predator. They strung him up. Probably left him up there for who knows how long. It's probably why he lost that fight.
Yeah.
Cool fight, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, I will say all the Predators in this movie look awesome. I mean, the Predator, without a doubt, is one of the best movie monsters ever.
Definitely.
And sometimes, like, you're worried about variations on Predators, but, like, this one, like, I'm like, just enough. The one with, like, the teeth on the mask is cool. You know, the Xenomorph mask is cool.
I think if I had one nitpick, it's actually with the classic Predator. Because he's supposed to look more or less exactly like the original. But there's something up with the face. The mandibles don't close like the way it did in the original. Like there's no flaps. It doesn't like fully cover the mouth. Instead, it's just kind of like awkwardly open the entire time. It's weird and it sticks out and it kind of bothers me.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that I did notice in this movie, but like...
Is it because Stan Winston was probably dead already?
Maybe. I did notice this movie had some like, you know, CGI explosions that kind of looked a little like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is right before they figured that out good.
Yeah, they were still working on that.
Yeah.
And one of the Predator, like the head comes off, it kind of looks a little wonk, but you know.
Yeah.
This movie probably didn't have a huge budget, I'm sure.
Just fine. I mean, it's fun, you know. We get like, you know, cool scene with like Adrian Brody like covered in mud fighting the one at the end.
Just lit everything on fire and is hiding behind the fire, which is pretty smart. Until the Predator is like, hold on, heartbeat detected.
Yeah.
Fired!
They're little shoulder-mounted cannons.
Shoots out the blade at the sniper girl.
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, man. Those blades are cool. I mean, the Predators have some cool toys sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It is kind of funny, too, where, like, you know, the main guy is just like, okay, we're going to, like, steal the alien spaceship and go back to Earth. It's just like...
So you know how to fly that? I'm like, I'll figure it out.
It's like, great.
I'll try.
Where's Earth?
Well, the great thing was, because he realized, like, well, if I free him, he'll help me.
Yeah.
And in fairness,
He did.
He said he punched in the coordinates and everything. I mean, yeah, the other guy blew it up, but still.
Yeah.
Which I love the nonchalantness. He's like, he wanted that ship, presumably so he could leave the planet out there, but he's like, oh, he fucking got, yeah, fuck you, you're dead.
Yeah.
But, you know, Adrian Brody was, I guess, because he felt like, I guess I should save her.
Yeah.
She's kind of cute. Whatever. I'm a hero now.
It's like, I'm a heartless mercenary. That war is my only love, but maybe I can change.
She's also a soldier. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. It's interesting, too, because, like, you know, the way the movie ends, there's, like, new people coming on the planet, which it's just like...
Creatures.
That's true.
We don't.
Creatures.
We only see like one non-human thing that they dropped in. That weird, like alien that they have to ambush or whatever, which I think is modeled after the original Predator design.
Oh, okay. So it's like the lizard thing.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
like the weird giant eyes and shit.
That's a nice touch. Yeah, you know, it didn't get too like wacky aliens. You know, we got the dogs.
Yeah,
And then that was about it.
better than the dog from the Predator, which inexplicably also had dreadlocks.
That movie makes me so sad how bad it is.
Look,
It's like you could have said like there are only good Predator movies. Yeah, it's like what about Alien vs Predator Requiem? Well, there are only good solo Predator movies.
yeah, can't say that.
No.
But we're heading towards the light. Prey was good. Maybe the next one will also be good. Same
Yeah.
director.
Yeah, we just need more Predator period pieces.
Yes. Damn
Like
it.
said a million times before, but yeah, more Predator period pieces.
This movie gave us a taste of a Predator fighting a dude with a katana. Now I want to see a Predator fight a bunch of dudes with katanas.
Yeah,
Predator versus Shinobis. Predator versus more samurai.
be pretty sweet.
What if you were watching Shogun and the Predator showed up?
I mean, that would be awesome.
It would ruin the show, but
It's like,
Be
sorry,
great.
Toranaga, you gotta fight the Predator now.
run, Blackthorn, run!
Yeah. Oh,
Bloody hell!
that would be pretty sweet.
It's a Kappa!
That would be a pretty spectacular finale.
Just once, I want to watch something that I don't know has a Predator in it and a Predator shows up. And just so I can be surprised and with delight.
Yeah.
I remember telling someone at the time, before, like when Prometheus was coming out, it's like, man, if this movie really wants to blow people's mind, like halfway through, the Predator should show up.
Yeah. That'd been pretty good. But Predators, a forgotten movie. A hidden gem of a movie, I think, if you ever
I guess
do
so.
watch it. You know, because not too many people talk about it. It's really good.
It's swept under the rug, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate. We should take it out from under the rug and shove the Predator and Aliens vs. Predator Requiem under that rug and then staple it shut behind them.
Yep. But this is good. It's fun. It's in the spirit of the original.
It very much is. It follows the structure without being an actual remake.
Yeah.
It's like a structural remake,
Yeah, pretty much.
a spiritual remake.
Yeah. With
Before
twists.
before they started doing that in every single franchise.
Yeah, I guess
I guess
so.
it was early. It was too early.
That's the problem. It was too early.
It was too early for all those more or less fake remakes like Creed and
Requels.
Force Awakens
Yeah.
and Jurassic World.
It's true.
If it came out like 4 or 5 years later.
Yeah, it was a requel before the requel. But I don't know what else to say about it except it's good.
It does have a trailers always lie moment though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you go back to the trailer. There's a shot where when the Berserker Predator like comes after them and he's got the little target thing on Adrian Brody. He's all like, "Oh shit!" In the trailer, there's like the one target, and then like 6, 7 more targets light up Adrian Brody, and like you see that in the trailer, you're like, "Holy shit! There's so many predators!"
Man.
And then you see the movie, and it's like, "Oh, that was a lie." It was a bald-faced lie.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why this movie didn't do good. It just lied.
It's true.
Never lie.
Yeah.
Or have Iron Man armor. Unless you're Iron Man, I guess.
That's a good point. And with that being said, that's the How to Touch podcast for this week. Go watch Predators.